Journal of Christopher Columbus, Wednesday, October 17th, 1492. At noon I departed from the village off which I was anchored, and where I took in water, to sail round this island of Fernandina. The wind was southwest and south. My wish was to follow the coast of this island to the southeast, from where I was, the whole coast treading north-northwest and south-southeast, because all the Indians I bring with me and others made signs to this southern quarter as the direction of the island they call Samoet, where the gold is. Martin Alonso Pinzon, captain of the caravel Pina, on board of which I had 3 of the Indians, came to me and said that one of them had given him to understand very positively that the island might be sailed round much quicker by shaping a north-northwest course. I saw that the wind would not help me to take the course I desired, and that it was fair for the other, so I made sail to the north-northwest. When I was 2 leagues from the cape of the island, I discovered a very wonderful harbor. It has one mouth, or rather it may be said to have 2, for there is an islet in the middle. Both are very narrow, and within it is wide enough for 100 ships, if there was depth and a clean bottom, and the entrance was deep enough. It seemed desirable to explore it and take surroundings, so I anchored outside and went in with all the ship's boats when we saw there was insufficient depth. As I thought when I first saw it that it was the mouth of some river, I ordered the water casks to be brought. On shore I found 8 or 10 men who presently came to us and showed us the village, whither I sent the people for water, some with arms, and others with casks, and, as it was some little distance, I waited 2 hours for them. During that time I walked among the trees, which was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen, beholding as much verdure as in the month of May in Andalusia. The trees are as unlike ours as night from day, as are the fruits, the herbs, the stones, and everything. It is true that some of the trees bore some resemblance to those in Castile, but most of them are very different, and some were so unlike that no one could compare them to anything in Castile. The people were all like those already mentioned, like them naked, and the same size. They give what they possess in exchange for anything that may be given to them. I here saw some of the ship's boys bartering broken bits of glass and crockery for darts. The men who went for water told me that they had been in the houses of natives, and that they were very plain and clean inside. Their beds and bags for holding things were like nets of cotton. The houses are like booths, and very high, with good chimneys. But among many villages that I saw, there was none that consisted of more than from 12 to 15 houses. Here they found that the married women wore clouts of cotton, but not the young girls, except a few who are over 18 years of age. They had dogs, mastiffs, and hounds, and here they found a man who had a piece of gold in his nose, the size of half a castellano, on which they saw letters. I quarreled with these people because they would not exchange or give what was required, as I wished to see what and whose this money was, and they replied that they were not accustomed to barter. After the water was taken, I returned to the ship, made sail, and shaped a course northwest until I had discovered all parts of the coast of the island which treads east to west. Then all the Indians turned round and said that this island was smaller than Samoet, and that it would be well to return back so as to reach it sooner. The wind presently went down and then sprang up from the west-northwest, which was contrary for us to continue on the previous course, so I turned back and navigated all that night to the east-southeast, sometimes to east and to southeast. This course was steered to keep me clear of the land, for there were very heavy clouds and thick weather which did not admit of my approaching the land to anchor. On that night it rained very heavily from midnight until nearly dawn, and even afterwards the clouds threatened rain. We found ourselves at the southwest end of the island, where I hoped to anchor until it cleared up so as to see the other island whither I had to go. On all these days since I arrived in these Indies, it has rained more or less. Your Highness may believe that this land is the best and most fertile, and with a good climate, level, and as good as there is in the world.